This game is a presentation of KBMW Sports.
Wahpeton Huskies football is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Action Realty, Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Now, here's KBMW's Andrew Zimmel.
Welcome to Week 4 of the 2023 high school football season on the i3G Sports Network. Glad you can join us. I'm Andrew Zimmel, and we are getting ready for the coin flip right now as the captains come out and meet at center field. Tonight, the Wahpeton Huskies take on the West Fargo Horace Hawks. Our pregame show sponsor is the Wilkin Drink Eatery, a tradition of good taste and company. Later in the pregame show, we'll have our CHI St. Francis Medical Center injury report and our Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation power pole rankings, followed by our Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Well, the Wahpeton Huskies are coming off one of the worst home losses in the past 5 years. Last Friday, the number one team in North Dakota, Fargo North, ran the ball all over the Wahpeton defense. In that game, the Huskies allowed over 100 yards on the ground. While on offense, Wahpeton wasn't much better, going 3 and out in their first 4 drives and now recording a first down until after halftime. Tonight, the Huskies look to bounce back. Traden Malk, Mr. Electric, was bottled up last week and didn't play much of the second half, meaning that he is fresh legs for tonight's matchup. And speaking of fresh legs, Jackson DeVries, after missing last week with a thigh injury, he will be back tonight playing offense. So Wahpeton wins, defers, and will get the kickoff to start the first quarter. So they will be starting in their south end zone. We'll give you more of that here in a moment. Horace, they got their first win of the season last week, in fact, or 2 weeks ago. In fact, they got their first program win, and they're looking to keep the ball rolling. Coming off a bye week, Horace has a chance to upset Wahpeton at home and make themselves a dark horse in the playoff race. Horace runs a multiple option offense, but has incorporated some RPO into it. Tonight we'll have battle of the trenches. If Wahpeton can win on the line, they can win this ball game. And this is the first week we've had head coach Wade Gilbertson on where he did not mention bigger, faster, stronger from his opponent. So we'll see if that plays a part. Looking at the Hawks in the pregame, 43 guys on this roster all warming up. They have a much smaller team, not only from numbers, but some size and weight when it comes to comparison with Fargo North. Totally understandable. Hawks and Huskies coming up in about 20 minutes right here on KBMW. We'll have more of the Wilkins pregame show here in a moment, and we'll come back with our head coach with Wade Gilbertson. All coming your way in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builders First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builders First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
On the phone line for the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show, it's head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson. Coach, how are we feeling this week? How are things going?
Oh, we've had a pretty good week of practice, and I know that I say that every week, but we have. Our Wednesday practices, in particular, have been really good the last 2 weeks. We shorten them up a little bit, and we get the kids moving at a fast pace and get them home at a decent hour, and I think that the kids respond to that, so it's a really good practice on Wednesday heading into the end of the week. Part of our philosophy is to get the hay in the barn, and I think we've gotten that done with our pre-scripted practice, or our pre-game scripted practice as well. So I think we're going to be ready to go. It's just a little bit of a different mindset this week, some different things that we've had to work on after coming off of the type of defeat that we did against Fargo North. So we've had to do a couple of things a little bit different, but we've also kept a lot of things the same, just trying to tweak some things to try and achieve some success.
Well, I was going to ask, what are some of the tweaks that you're going to make?
Well, most of it was changing our mindset. Okay. We had to talk to the guys about, hey, this isn't doom and gloom, but we also will not play the victim. We're not going to go into football games down 2 strikes ahead of time. We're not going to go into those games and hoping and wishing that good things happen. We got to go into those games knowing that we're going to make good things happen. So a little bit of a mindset there, and a lot of that comes with maturity. A lot of that comes with age and experience as well. We did install a couple of more things offensively that we're taking a look at doing. We're looking at featuring a couple of guys, maybe a little bit more. I know we've tried to spread the ball out, and our offense is totally based on find the open space and find the open man and take the advantage of the numbers and wherever that is. So we want to find that green grass, and we want to find where we have a numbers advantage. But it is very possible that we will go against the grain a little bit and say, I don't care if we don't have numbers in the box or in the run game. We're still going to run the football. So we're going to get back to some physical football and see if we can gain some yards on the ground and see if we can open it up through the air. So just a couple of very tiny, minuscule types of tweaks that we've made on the offensive side of the ball. And on the defensive side of the ball, we just got to get a little bit better at the tackling game. We got to get a little bit better at disguising our coverages and disguising our blitzes and showing teams what we're going to do. We don't want to tip our hand as to what we're going to do defensively too early. So a lot of fundamental type stuff, I would say, that we've tweaked up.
Sometimes those tweaks, that's all it takes. Well, we're at the halfway point of the season. This is week 4. What are we feeling coming into this point? Have you seen a lot of growth from the team?
Yes, we've seen growth every single day, and if you don't, then you ain't looking hard enough, I guess. But yeah, football is, and any sport, it's more about significance than success. But at the same time, as I told you on last Saturday, we're judged on winning and losing. So we've seen a lot of growth out of the kids, and I really like it. For one, we have grown up an awful lot. I've told you time and again, we've got young guys out there on the football field that have played 3 varsity games their entire high school career, and we're counting on them to start at linebacker or to start at wide receiver. So we're still growing, and if we can continue to grow as a football team and get just 1% better every single day, then we've done our job. And then the next step, obviously, is to take that into a football game and win the football game. Nobody wants to go 0-9 and then say, yeah, but we had a great season because we worked hard. Nobody wants that. I mean, yes, we want to work hard and we want to show improvement, but we're going to have to turn that into a couple of W's down the road as well.
So let's talk about Horace. What are we seeing on film?
Okay, they're going to be feisty. They're going to be ready to go. They have everybody back off of the team that they had last year. They lost 0 talent.
Wow.
And we've lost a little bit to graduation, but it is what it is. That's in the past to us. But they bring everybody back, and then they're going to bring a hunger into this game too. Their coaching staff is a year smarter, a year more experienced, as are the players. They've changed a couple of things offensively, changed a couple of things defensively. They might play a much different coverage against us this year in the back end of their defensive secondary. We're expecting that they will anyway. And then they're going to play with a high motor, and they're going to play with a lot of passion. On the offensive side of the football, same thing. They're going to play with a lot of passion. They're going to run the football hard, but they're also going to try to spread us out, and they're going to try to get the advantage in the box run game, I think. So it's going to be a little bit different than last year when it was just pound and ground for them and like a double wing, old school 1930s football. So they're going to try to spread us out a little bit. So they've made some changes, and I think they've made the right changes, and I think they've made good changes.
Well, they got their first program win this season, so they're coming in with maybe a little bit more experience in that regard too. Now that you get that taste of winning, you want to keep getting that.
Yes, you do, and there's something to be said about learning how to win, because a team that learns how to win, when it gets close in the fourth quarter, they have more of an idea of how to find a way to get over that hump, instead of, again, like I go back to our guys last week, wishing and hoping that they win instead of knowing how to make it happen. That's a big deal.
So do you think last week was kind of maybe a wake-up call for some guys?
I do. I honestly do. I think it was a wake-up call for everybody, for all of us, staff included, about where we want to be. And we want to be where they're at, the team that beat us that badly. That's where we want to be. That's ultimately our goal. Very good team, very experienced team, a team that played as a family, and that's what we do. We just got to get that experience, and we got to start to learn how to win those games and fight in those games. So yeah, I think that we definitely learned a lot about ourselves. Definitely learned a lot about the team, and even our staff learned a lot about each other and how we're going to turn this thing around.
Head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson. Coach, thanks so much for talking to me today.
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it.
More of the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show coming up in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Welcome back to the Wilkins Drinking Eatery pregame show on 1450 KBMW. Let's get into our Otter Tail Power Company Power Poll rankings. Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation. Well, here are the media votes from last week in the 3A division. Fargo Shanley, 19 first place votes at 3-0. They are your number one team in that division. West Fargo Cheyenne, 1 first place vote. They are also 3-0. Minot High, 3-0 this season and voted third. Bismarck High, 2-1. Davies, 1-2, voted fifth. Others receiving votes, Bismarck Century, Mandan, and West Fargo High. In the 2A division, Fargo North, 18 first place votes at 3-0. Grand Forks Red River, 4-0 with 1 first place vote. The Huskies have fallen to both of those opponents. Fargo South, 2-1. Jamestown, 2-1. Dickinson, 3-0. Is your 3, 4, 5. And others receiving votes, Valley City. Your CHI St. Francis injury report right now, Jackson Rees set to go. He is now warming up with that starting offense, and he's looked pretty good all week, according to his head coach, Wade Gilbertson. They're only playing him one way. That's what our conversation was earlier. Playing him one way to try to prevent any further injury to that upper thigh injury that had him missing last week's game against Fargo North. Let's go through your Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Well, we're about 3 minutes away from kickoff and the national anthem, so we'll go through this quickly. Seniors, Cade Picken, as your center. At left guard, Hunter Bulkey, and at right guard, Chase Marsh. At left tackle, Luke Anderson, and at right tackle, Landon Ralph. Quarterback is Bjorn Kubala. Behind him, lining up most of the night, will be Traden Malk. Tight end, Nick Langewalter, has really taken a backseat in this passing game. Head coach Wade Gilbertson talked to me about getting him more involved in the passing game tonight, working in the ball in the flats. Your wide receiver core, Jacob DeVries, J.D. Gomez, and Braden Steffens. for the defensive side of the ball, the Hawks, they run a 4-3 defense up front. Defensive tackle Levi Gordon, the 6', 240 junior, and next to him lined up is Toby Terrath, the 5'9", 209 sophomore. Defensive end Kaysen Nordic on one side of the ball at 5'10", 170. On the other side, defensive end Noah Sherva, the 6'1", 190 senior. Linebacker core Cooper Fausch, the sophomore, listed at 170. Linebacker Gage Fillen at 185, and linebacker Mason Johnson, the junior, listed at 140. Safeties Axel Anderson and Charlie Lashowski going to be in the back, the defensive back, and corners Jackson Narum and Xavier Burrow are your two corners on the outside. Well, we will take a quick break, come back with kickoff from Wahpeton. This matchup in Week 4 between the Wahpeton Huskies and West Fargo Horace Hawks right here on the I3G Sports Network, 1450 KBMW.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that Mom and Dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for Mom and Dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and health care, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Welcome back to Wahpeton. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. Well, the Hawks won the opening coin flip. They deferred to the second half, so Wahpeton will open up with the ball in the southern end zone to drive south to north. Breeze coming in gently here from that northern end zone, making the American flag flap. And look, it's going to be an excellent game. 71 degrees. It's finally starting to feel like fall weather, fall football weather. West Fargo Horace, they got their first win as a program 2 weeks ago against the Devils Lake Firebirds, who have turned out to be one of the bottom feeders in the division this year, the AA division. The other team to look out for is Turtle Mountain, talking to the coaching staff for the Wahpeton Huskies. They know that tonight is a must-win if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. A 3-win Husky team potentially could get in as a lower seed. Now the question is, how well do you do in the playoffs as a lower seed on the road, having to travel to, say, a Fargo North or a Grand Forks Red River? But the game tonight, it matters more than some of those other games in the past, because if you lose tonight, your playoff games essentially, in a lot of people's minds, boxed up and put to the left of the door. The game tonight will also be won in the trenches. We talked last week about how much better Fargo North was up front in a really good running game that they were able to put on the field with Peter Haugo. Well, there's no Haugo on the field for the Hawks. So what Wahpeton's offensive line wants to do tonight and defensive line is get some pressure on the quarterback and open up lanes for Traden Mauk. West Fargo Horace on offense, they run an option-style offense. They're not going to be able to line up and run straight up against you. Last year, they tried to run some of the old-school 1940s football. Line them up, knock them down. That did not work with the roster that they had assembled. So this year, going to take a page out of the Huskies book, I think. Run a little bit more RPO action, work the ball around to different receivers. They do run a pistol formation. Tonight is the pink-out game as well for Wahpeton. So West Fargo, they run a quarterback, slot back, flanker, running back, and with a split end as well, and a tight end. So they're going to go large formation this evening. Defensively for the Huskies, they run a 3-4, which helps get pressure on quarterbacks. Not a lot of teams, though, this season so far have been able to pass well against Wahpeton. We'll see if that trend continues tonight. So Wahpeton, purple jerseys, white numbers, gold outline, purple tops, white bottoms. And for the Hawks, black bottoms, white tops, black numbers, gold outline, and black hats. Wahpeton offense, Wahpeton's entire team splattered with pink. A lot of pink socks, armbands on for the Huskies this evening. Back to return. Going to be Traden Malk and Jackson DeVries. And DeVries is a very welcome face to see for the Huskies. Last week missing it with an upper thigh injury that he suffered 2 weeks ago against the Rough Riders. Tonight, you'd like to see him getting in the offense a little bit early, getting in the offense early. Look for Wahpeton to get some early touches to their receiver. Teeing it up is Jacob Brinbaum, the sophomore kicker from his own 40. And we're ready to get this one underway. Kickoff at 7:02. Booted back. Malk is going to return from his own 10 to the 15, right up the middle. Trying to make two men miss. Cuts back to the 30. Cuts back up to the center. To the 40. To the 45. Pulled down close near the 50. Traden Malk with a big 35-yard return. Wahpeton starts with excellent field position on their first possession of the game. And that's the type of explosive play that was missing in last week's game against Fargo North. Talking to the coaches and players, last week their just heads were not in it. This week, talking to head coach Wade Gilbertson, a completely different motto, different mindset. Two receivers split out right, one to the left from the nearest hash mark. Malk in the backfield with Bjorn Kubel, the junior quarterback. Motions DeVries back into the formation. Shotgun snap. Hand off to Malk on the right side. Looking for room to run. Runs up the side and going to be put down near the 50-yard line, still chugging his legs. A pickup of about 3 on the carry. 2nd and 6 from the 49-yard line on the Hawks side of the field.
Gain of about 4 will be 2nd and 6.
From the far hash mark, two receivers to the left, one to the right. Kubel out of shotgun, Malk to his right. 3-4 defense for the Hawks. Shotgun snap for Kubel. Hands it off again up the middle. Wahpeton looking to get the running game started early, a pickup of maybe a yard, trying to go into the teeth of the defense. Levi Gordon and Toby Teredith up the middle, chewing up that run. 3rd and 5 from the 48-yard line. 10:54 left in the first quarter. Wahpeton driving on the Horace side of the field. Trips left, one receiver to the right. From the far hash mark, Kubel out of shotgun. One high safety. Shotgun snap. 3-step drop back. Kubel pressured. Pump fakes. Rolls to his left. Trying to make something happen. Throws and almost intercepted by a Hawk defender. Mason Johnson looked like to be the intended receiver as he put the ball in between the numbers on the Horace defender. Outside linebacker making a good play. Not quite sure who Kubel was shooting for there, as Wahpeton goes into punt formation. I want to thank you guys for watching on KBMW News Live on YouTube as well, helping us grow that channel, and listening on 1450 KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky athletics throughout the season. Snap goes back to Malk, and he gets the punt off, end over end. Bounces near the 10, going to be close, and DeVries tries to keep it alive. Was Wahpeton able to down that? Going to be close to the end zone. And it might be a touchback. It is. So Wahpeton not able to prevent that touchback. Horace starts their opening drive from their own 20-yard line.
Come out 1st and 10 for the Hawks at their own 20-yard line.
So flipping over the sheet, it's going to be Taylor Savouskowitz, the 6'4", 170 junior quarterback for the Hawks, running the offense this evening. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. In the backfield with the junior quarterback as Omar Martinez comes to the line. Handoff up the middle, running to the left side. Big hole brought down. Good save by Braden Steffens on the run by Dylan Johnson, the 5'9", 180 senior running back in the backfield. As the chain gang moves, a pickup of about 12. And Steffens, again, he made a bunch of big plays last week, preventing scores, just getting his hand on the shoelaces of some of these running backs, able to pull Johnson down by the ankle. 1st and 10 from the 32 from the far hash mark. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Johnson in the backfield. Wahpeton puts 4 on the line, brings 4. Johnson runs to the right side of the line and brought down by Traden Malk. And when Malk isn't running the ball hard, he's playing excellent defense at that linebacker position. The question this offseason was, how do you replace somebody like Bo Arnstein and Caden Kappas? And Malk has really stepped up in that regard on both sides of the ball. Pickup of 3 from the 35-yard line. 9:34 left in the first quarter. Trips right, 1 to the left. Running back on the left side of Stawowski. Motioning a running back across, that's Gavin Olson motioning in and out. Swings the pass to Olson, broken up and dropped by Olson in the back. Lucas Hosing able to jump on top of it, the 5'9", 160 senior. He's listed as flanker on the offensive chart. 3rd and 7 from 35. Clock stops at 9:18 on the incomplete pass. And let's go through some of the starters on the defensive side of the ball. Landon Ralph, Garrett Schwartz, and Luke Anderson up front for Wahpeton. Linebacker core, Evan Docker and Isaiah Birch in the inside linebacker positions. Malk and Nick Langenwalter, the outside linebackers. Trips right, 1 to the left. Running back in the backfield on the left side of the quarterback. 3-step drop back as he looks deep, throws across the middle, able to connect with his wide receiver. Olson makes a man miss, running to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown as the Hawks get on the board first. Big play by the Hawks to start this off from their own 30 into the end zone. 80-yard drive on 5 plays. So 6-0 ball game early in this one. 9:05 left in the first quarter. Going for the 2-point conversion. And no, they're going to decide to kick the extra point. Kick is up and is good. 7-0 on the good extra point. We'll be back in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. So after a 65-yard catch and run by Olson, extra point was good. Hawks lead 7-0. Kickoff, a squib kick, jumped on top of it as the second man in the line of defense. So Wahpeton starts from their own 35. Good play by Landon Ralph just to jump on top of that ball. So Wahpeton starts their second drive of the night. This is back-to-back weeks where Wahpeton wasn't able to get much going on their first drive. Hopefully not a sign of things to come here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right as Wahpeton starts from the near hash mark. Driving into the north end zone. Trips right, 1 to the left now. J.D. Gomez, the receiver on the near side of the field. DeVries is able to run it up the middle. Gets it to the 50, brought down. Good play by Wahpeton using multiple running backs in this system. And I'll tell you, man, Jackson DeVries is a big impact player on this Wahpeton team as the chain gang moves. 1st and 10 from the 50. 8:56 left in the first quarter. 7-0 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Carlson Family Insurance representing auto owners. 3 receivers to the right, nobody to the left. Malk in the backfield. Kubel out of shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it to Malk again. Running up the middle is going to be a gain of about 2 on the carry. Wahpeton wants to run in between the tackles, trying to assert their dominance in this game, and that is going to open up a lot of the passing game as well for the Huskies. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 8:15 left in the first quarter. 7-0 ball game. Hawk lead. Shotgun snap to Kubala. Handoff up the middle. DeVries again looking for running room on the right side. Again brought down a pickup of a couple yards. That defensive line for the Hawks, they run that 4-3. Good job by the linebacker crew filling the holes. So again, 3rd and long situation for Wahpeton on the Horace side of the field from the West Fargo 47. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubala out of shotgun. Motions DeVries in the backfield with him. Takes a shotgun snap, rolls to the right side, fakes it, pitches it to Malk. Able to get near the first down marker. Linebacker crew pulls him down. This one again going to be close. And Wahpeton running that RPO action, motioning DeVries from the left side into the backfield when they snap the ball, and then getting Malk a little bit of space at the line of scrimmage to pitch it over to him. 4th and 1 from the 41. 7:15 left in the first quarter. Clock continues to tick, so Wahpeton going for it on 4th. Malk out of shotgun. Hands the ball, keeps it himself and going to pick up the first down rolling across. So Wildcat formation for the Huskies pays off, and that's why it's important to get DeVries into that running game. So when he's motioned around, the defense shifts over with him. Malk able to get into the teeth of the defense up across the 39-yard line. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Langewalter in the shotgun or the slot position, the tight end for Wahpeton. Motioning DeVries back in from left to right. Handoff up the middle again to Malk, and going to be a pickup of about 7. Another good run up the middle for Trade Malk. So Wahpeton open up that RPO, going forward on 4th down, playing aggressive early in this one, trying to cut back into this trailing 7-0 in the first quarter. 2nd and 4 from the 34. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Malk in the backfield with Kubala. Shotgun snap. Looking again to the right side, gets it to DeVries, and wow, big hit by the defensive back. That looked like Cooper Fuchs, the sophomore, on the tackle. Chain gang moves again, though. Clock stops at 6:08 as the line moves. 1st and 10 from the West Fargo 28-yard line. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. DeVries in the slot position. Malk in the backfield with Kubala. Takes a snap. Again, looks left and almost intercepted again. Did that go off the hands and into the arms of Steffens? Wow, what a play. Another tough throw from Kubala going to the far side of the field. Goes in and out of the hands of Xavier Burrow. Looked like it bounced up, and there it is. Braden Steffens keeping his eye on the ball, pulling it down. So 2nd and 1. No, they're going to give him the first down as the chain gang moves again. 5:30 left in the first quarter. Wahpeton in the Titan Machinery red zone. Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer in Wahpeton. Malk out of the Wildcat again, runs to the left side and brought down hard by Gage Fillin. 5:10 left in the first quarter. Pickup of about 2. Mason Johnson, the linebacker for the Hawks, on that tackle as well. Hunter McCall giving the signs from the near sideline. As the sun continues to set here in Wahpeton. Breeze dies down. American flag hanging limp on the pole. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, going into the north end zone. DeVries shifts back into formation from the slot position. Shotgun snap to Kubala, running the option, fakes the pitch. Continues to look into the end zone, throws it away. Nowhere to go with it. The intended receiver. It looked like J.D. Gomez was trying to get open from that far side, cut back across the middle of the field to get open, but the good defense by the defensive back to be on his hip. Clock stops at 4:38, 3rd and 8 from the 15-yard line. Wahpeton trying to punch it in, trailing 7-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in Wahpeton. 1-2 Huskies versus 1-2 Hawks. Kubala out of shotgun. Jackson DeVries lining up to his left. Malk in the slot position on the right side of the field. 10 seconds on the play clock. Takes the shotgun snap, looks left, throws across the middle of the field. DeVries brought down near the 4-yard line, so a first down. Big pickup for Bjorn Kubala. to Braden Steffens, and Wahpeton knocking on the door. First and goal from the 4-yard line. 4:30 left in the first quarter. Traden Malk lining up out of Wildcat again. DeVries motions from right to left. Shotgun snap to Malk. Rolls, goes to the right side, looking for an opening, and did he get in? He did. A 4-yard punch in by Mr. Electric. Traden Malk cuts the lead to 1. 7-6 Hawk lead with 4:13 left here in the first quarter. Kicking team coming on for Wahpeton, and that's going to be Traden Malk again. So Wahpeton able to move the ball down the field well on that drive, continuing to play very aggressive and using RPO and Wildcat. And that's the most important thing. Talking to head coach Wade Gilbertson, he said he wants to get the ball into playmakers' hands. Well, that's one way to do it out of the Wildcat formation. Now coming on for the extra point, lining it up. The hold is down, the snap is back, kick is up, and is no good. So a 4-yard run from Malk, not able to get the extra point, makes it 7-6 lead for the Hawks. We'll take a quick break, come back with more in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. Kicking off are the Huskies after a nice drive by Wahpeton. The squib kick, Wahpeton started on their own 35. Were able to drive down the field and score on a 4-yard run by Traden Malk. So with 4:13 left after the missed extra point, West Fargo Horace still leads 7-6. Another line drive kick, and Wahpeton says anything you can do, I can do better, as the kick lined into the secondary of the hands team. So West Fargo starts from their own 27-yard line. 4:13 left here in the first quarter. Want to give it a shout out to the offensive line, the Hogs in the trenches for the Hawks. Up front, Owen Muller, the sophomore center at guard, Toby Redath and Adam Bomba. And at right tackle, Luke Somerville. Left tackle, Levi Gordon. Bunch of guys playing both ways. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun snap. Motion to running back across. Handoff, and almost broken up in the backfield. Oh, and there's J.D. Gomez. Big playmakers on both sides for Wahpeton and West Fargo. Jackson Narum able to pick up of about a yard. Motioning the running back across the formation. And J.D. Gomez, the corner on the near side, able to get underneath the legs. So pickup of 1, second and 9 from the 28, 3:40 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left, to the right. Johnson in the backfield with Stavowski. Shotgun snap, handoff to Johnson on the left side, and brought down hard. Again, Wahpeton's defense predicated on getting at the ankles and the knees. Last week, too many high tackles on an NDSU commit, Peter Halgo. This week in practice, I imagine they watched some highlight films on YouTube of lumberjacks cutting down trees. Got to go at the base. That's exactly what he did there. 3rd and 5 from the 32, 3:10 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Wahpeton puts 5 on the line. Brings the house. Throw across, and connection. First down at the 45-yard line. A connection from Stefanowski, and it looked like I'm going to give that to Gavin Olson, the slot receiver. So 1st and 10 for the 45. A 3rd down conversion moves the change. 2:50 left in the first quarter. 7-6 ball game in favor over the Horace Hawks, the visiting team on the scoreboard. Wahpeton trying not to lose 2 at home. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap again. Johnson finds a hole on the left side, brought down near the 50-yard line, a pickup of about 5. So both teams trying to run in between the tackles here, and it's more of the Hawks using the big bodies, getting a push. And we talked about that in the pregame show. If Wahpeton wants to win this game, they got to win the battle in the trenches. It's a tough run that they've got to go on here. Gavin Schwartz, the 285 junior nose guard, trying to disrupt that running game. 2nd and 4 from the 49-yard line. Shotgun snap again. Johnson to the right side this time, and again brought down by 2 Huskies. That's Nick Langenwalter and Evan Docker on the tackle. 3rd and 3 from the 48-yard line. Pickup of 1 on that run by Johnson. So Hawks have converted 2 third downs already. Got to keep an eye on Gavin Olson, the slot receiver on the near side. He's been a big player so far in this first quarter. Omar Martinez comes out in coverage. Handoff on the left side, and Johnson again getting the chain gang moving. A pickup about 4 on the 3rd and 3. Clock stops at 1:17 as the chains move again. Langenwalter and Docker again on the stop, and those are the 2 linebackers on that right side of the formation. Garrett Schwartz coming off, going to be replaced by another big boy on the defensive line. Looks like getting his helmet re-strapped up. Trips right, 1 to the left. Zawowski out of shotgun. Motions Olsen again into the formation in the backfield. Takes a shotgun snap. Looks right, throws right. Going to be one man-on-man coverage. Oh, and in and out of the hands of Lucas Hosing. That was going to be a touchdown if he's able to pull that one in. Got a step on J.D. Gomez. Gomez, a man on an island on that near sideline in man-to-man coverage. Good play by Hosing, but in and out, or a good throw, I should say, by Stawowski, just in and out of the hands of his wide receiver. Clock stops at 49 seconds left in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line of the Huskies. Driving into the south end zone. Stawowski out of shotgun. Motions, or the defense runs a blitz. Johnson again brought down a pickup of about 3 yards down near the Husky 40. So again, 3rd and long coming up. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. 3rd and 7 from the 41-yard line. 7-6 lead for the Hawks. They might try to get one more playoff here as the game clock and play clock off by about a second. 15 on the play clock. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Low snap, handoff to Johnson on the right side. Going to be a first down, brought down again over the 35-yard line. Chains are going to move. Clock stops at 8 seconds as they do. Langenwalter and Malk again, the linebackers making the tackle. And you want your linebackers to be dynamic. You do not want your linebackers making all the tackles. It's kind of in that same vein as if your safety leads your team in tackles, something's going wrong. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. So Wahpeton trails 7-6 going into the second quarter. We'll be back in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back to Wahpeton. 12 minutes till halftime. You're going to want to stick around for our Minn Kota halftime report. First and 10 from the 32-yard line of the Huskies. Hand off to Johnson again to the right side. Got room to run. Goes to the 30, to the 25. Pushed out near the 20-yard line. Another first down from the big running back, 5'9", 180-pound senior Dylan Johnson. And Wahpeton's running game has been tough the first 2 weeks.
First and 10 for the Hawks at the 20-yard line.
From the 20-yard line inside the Tide Machinery red zone. From the far hash mark, moving into the north end zone. One receiver to the left, two to the right. Shotgun snap, handed off again to the left side. Johnson looking for room. Able to brought down again, that time by Langenwalter. A pickup of about 5 and going to be a flag on the play. Wahpeton might be getting chippy on away from the ball. That does not look good. The flag came after the play, and the Horace team going back to their huddle was laughing about it. We'll see if it's unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Wahpeton. And that is the case. So from bad to worse is Omar Martinez coming off the field. Replacing him is Michael Peterson, the sophomore corner, or sophomore defensive back.
Like the penalty is against the Huskies.
11:42 left in the first quarter. I want to thank you guys for watching on KBMW News Live, including my biggest fan, Mama Zimmel, watching from Texas. Also want to thank our excellent producer, Big Mike Mannock, helping us out in the booth. He's doing a happy dance up here with us. First goal from the 8-yard line. Hawks trying to punch in another score, leading 7-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Gavin Olson in the slot position. Johnson in the backfield with the quarterback. Sawowski takes a shotgun snap, hands it to Johnson. Breaks one tackle, not able to break two, and another penalty coming on. So after a clean first quarter, the second quarter, a lot of laundry. Penalties brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We're about 11:34 left from our halftime show. Halftime brought to you by Minn-Kota Ag Products. Holding penalty on the offense. Minn-Kota Ag Products, your number one grain marketing, production, agriculture, and supply company. So Horace starting from the 8, now pushed down to the 17-yard line. First goal from the 17. Two receivers to the left, or two receivers to the right, one to the left. Wahpeton brings 5. Handoff to Johnson on the right side, looking for room to run. Going more north or east-west, and good tackle by J.D. Gomez as Johnson was looking for something to happen, looking for a hole to open up. Gomez, like a targeted missile, coming at him. Second and goal from the 17-yard line. 11:11 left in the second quarter. A heat-seeking missile, J.D. Gomez. Very good on the run defense. They said that a defensive back, you can have an excellent game. If you have one misstep, one wide receiver gets behind you, everybody says you had a bad game. Second goal from the 17. 3 receivers to the left. Stafowski looks to the left. Oh, good breakup again. That looked like Braden Steffens, and it was. Braden Steffens is growing up before our eyes, playing very good ball. Third and goal from the 17. Broken out the intended receiver, Gavin Olson. And then it's true, we talked to head coach Wade Gilbertson on Saturday mornings about the growth of these guys, and every single week we've seen Steffens getting better and better on that defensive side of the ball. Big difference from week 1 to week 4. Third and goal from the 17-yard line, 10:44 left. Hawks had a holding penalty, walked him back from the 7 to the 17. Shotgun snap, high again, brought down by Stafowski. Throw and overthrowing his receiver. Olson again the target. Nick Langewalter in coverage. Olson looking for the penalty flag, nowhere to go with it. So fourth and goal from the 17, kind of in no man's land. Not a ton of teams in North Dakota have a kicker that you trust. Only team so far we've seen this year with a kicker that their coaching staff likes This is the Spartans, number 1 team in the state. They had a guy that hit a 40-yarder last week against Wahpeton. Was the one drive the Huskies were able to keep North out of the end zone in that first half. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. No correction, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Johnson in the backfield. Motions Olsen from right to left. 3 on the left side of the formation. High snap again. Savowski throws into the end zone and caught by Olsen. Correction, that was number 1. I think that was Lucas Hosing. Hawks take a 13-6 lead on the 17-yard completion. And wide receiver wide open in the back of the end zone for that one, sliding to make the grab. Hawks come back into their extra point formation. Kick is up and is good. 14-6 lead, Hawks in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break, come back with more in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you after a 17-yard strike from Stawowski to Norum. Makes this one 14-7. Line drive kick fielded by Nick Langenwalter and going to be pushed down near the Wahpeton 45-yard line. 28 was the guy that grabbed that ball. That is Michael Peterson. It's not the first time I've confused Peterson and Langenwalter on the field. So Wahpeton starting from their own 44-yard line. 10:27 left in the first quarter. 14-6 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. From the far hash mark, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. J.D. Gomez on the near side of the field. Malk in the backfield with Kubala. Shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, play action pass, and overthrows J.D. Gomez. And looks like Gomez might have either gotten pushed off of his route by Jackson Norum or maybe ran the wrong route. Kubala looking for the sideline. Gomez coming back across the middle of the field. Led to an overthrow. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Clock stops at 10:22. DeVries motioned back into the formation from right to left. Shotgun snap. Hand off to Malk. Runs to the right side. Brought down hard. A pickup of around 3 yards from Traden Malk. And again, Wahpeton working the ball in the running game. Trying to see if that passing game opens up a little bit more. Hawks now on 2 drives, 2 scores. Have not had to punt the ball yet today. Like, just goes to show you the length of these offensive possessions. As Wahpeton now with their 3rd possession of the game. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Wildcat formation for Traden Malk. 3rd and 8 from the 46-yard line on the Husky side of the field. Shotgun snap, runs up the middle. Ooh, brought down near the 50-yard line. And Horace's coaching staff saying fumble on the play. They're pointing towards that north end zone. We'll see what the Zebras say. Wahpeton keeps possession. 3rd and 5 from the 49-yard line of the Huskies. 9:36 left in the second quarter. So Wahpeton again playing aggressive. You kind of have to here with the way the Horace offenses look. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Malcolm the back forward with Kubala. The junior quarterback takes a shotgun snap. And a dropped handoff picked up by the Hawks. And it's going to be a turnover. Horace starts with the ball at the Husky 45-yard line. High snap to Kubala. Wasn't able to put it in the gut of Malk. Turns into the first turnover for the Huskies this evening. Now, Wahpeton's done a really good job this season. They have a plus turnover margin. They've not turned the ball over a lot this season, so a rare miss for this offense. So after scoring just about a minute ago on the game clock, Hawks have the ball again. 1st and 10 from the Husky 46. Wahpeton's defense is going to have to pin their ears back here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, near hash mark. Johnson in the backfield with his quarterback. Swowski takes the handoff to Johnson up the middle, and brought down again near the 40-yard line. A pickup about 5 yards. Johnson, a man running the football this evening. 9 minutes left till halftime. 14-6 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2nd and 4 from the 40. Stavowski out of shotgun. Another, snap high over the quarterback's head. Jumping on top of it. Wahpeton were able to pull it off. Now Wahpeton's coach is pointing towards their end zone. So is the players. So after a turnover, Wahpeton going to actually gain yards, getting the ball right back from Horace. Talk about an empty possession for West Fargo. They had a chance to take a 2-score lead, giving the ball right back to Wahpeton on their side of the field from the 45-yard line of the Hawks. 14-6, 8:31 left in the second quarter. Imperative for Wahpeton again. Now you were able to force a turnover. Do something with it. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Kubel out of shotgun, Malk to his left. Shotgun for the junior quarterback. Takes a snap, 3-step drop back, pumps right, goes left. The throw over the head of Braden Steffens. He's looking for a flag too, saying the receiver or the defensive back got in his way. And that's 2 overthrows from the junior quarterback for the Huskies, Buran Kubala. Clock stops at 8:25, 14-6 lead for West Fargo. Dickinson leads Valley City 6-0 after 1 quarter of play. DeVries motions from the slot back into the formation. Shotgun snack, handoff to Malk up the middle. Able to make 1 defender miss before being brought down by a handful of Hawks. Pickup of about 3 yards, so 3rd and long coming up. Clock continues to run, 8:10 left here in the second quarter. So we talked about the RPO offense. Haven't seen a ton of it so far. We've seen 2 dropbacks from Kubala. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right from the near hash mark. Out of shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to the left side. Defender in his face, able to connect with Langenwalter out to the 30-yard line. And big pickup for this Husky offense. We needed that one. Chain Gang moves down the sideline. Clock stops at 7:40. 1st and 10 from the Hawks. 28 or 26-yard line. Big pickup on that completion. Pickup of almost 15 yards there. 7:30 left in the first half. 2 receivers to the left, nobody to the right. Motions DeVries from right to left side of the formation. Handoff to DeVries on the right side. Finds a hole. Chugging his legs out near the 20 and spun down. Traden Malk again. Big run. Clock continues to run. 7:05 left. 14-6 lead for the Hawks in the first quarter, or the second quarter, first half. Huskies trying to punch it in. Inside the Titan Machinery red zone. Malk motion from the slot position back into the formation. Kubla out of shotgun. DeVries to his right. Fakes the handoff, throws to the right side. Gomez in the end zone, and was that intercepted? It was. Looks like it was picked off by defensive back Jackson Narum, and man, that's one that you want back if you're the Huskies. A 50-50 ball thrown to Gomez. And that's why they call him 50-50. First and 10 from the Husky 20-yard line. Good defensive play by the secondary for West Fargo. This is a dogfight. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Johnson in the backfield with Staples-Motley. Takes a shotgun snap, hands off to Johnson, finds a hole on the right side, brought down. No, continues to chug his legs. It's going to take the entire Husky defense to bring down Johnson. Pickup of around 6 yards. Clock continues to run, 6:15 left as J.D. Gomez coming on. And Peterson going to come off. Timeout taken. No, that might have just been a time clock stoppage for the chain gang. So 2nd and 3 from the 27-yard line. Two receivers to the right, one to the left from the far hash mark. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap, hands off again to the left side. Chugging and chugging and chugging. This Hawks offense picking it up yard by yard. First and 10 from the 31-yard line now for the Hawks. 5:40 left in the first half. 14-6 lead in favor of West Fargo. Wahpeton driving into the end zone through an interception into the end zone. So their second turnover of the first half. Middle of the field. Motions Johnson, the tight end, from right to left. Handoff on the right side. Brought down again. Good defense by this Huskies squad. Ty Gary again running the ball on the right side. 5:07 left in the first quarter, and a Husky down on the far side of the field. We'll take a quick break, come back with more in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics. 5:05 left in the first half. 14-6 lead, West Fargo.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. J.D. Gomez able to come off the field from the far sideline, the defensive back for this Wahpeton team. As defense come back out. DeVries might have got a stinger there. He took his helmet off, so might be catching his breath. Smiling when he gets to the sideline, so that's a good sign. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Wahpeton puts two more men in to coverage, brings four. Staples-Motley throws down the sideline and again overthrows his receiver, but we had a step on Peterson on the far side. That's Israel Bauer The sophomore wide out, 5'9", 140 he's listed as. Might have been expecting 4.4 speed, ended up with 5.4 speed there. Had his man by a step, though. This Wahpeton secondary has been helped out now twice by overthrows by the junior quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Savauskis out of shotgun. High snap, 2-step drop back, looks deep, throws deep. Double coverage, and again, good breakup by DeVries and Steffens on the play. Bauer was the intended receiver this time on the near side of the field. So 4th and 10 from the 31, and Wahpeton going to force the first punt from the Hawks this evening. 4:46 left in the first half. Huskies trail 14-6. Big third down stop there, but gives you an idea as Schwartz coming off the field. Wahpeton wanted to get their offense, I guess, on the field early, rotating the defensive guys out. That's the fastest I've seen those big boys come on and off the field, though. That's why you run all those wind sprints. Snap is up, and the punt is off, going to bounce out of bounds near the 45-yard line. So Wahpeton seeing where this one stops. But big third down stop for the Huskies. To force a punt there is important. You have a chance to go into halftime, potentially with the tie. And I think a lot of Husky fans thought that this was going to be more of a cakewalk. Not the case. Horace putting up a great fight on a Friday night. That's what football is all about. You don't play the game on paper. 2 receivers to the right, to the left. Shotgun snap. Malk in the backfield with Bjorn Kubala. Horace going to bring 4. RPO gets it off to DeVries on the play action pass. Pickup of around 5 yards. Wahpeton goes back to their patented curl routes. Love to see those. I'll tell you, when the curls routes are working, they're perfect complement into the run game. If the run game isn't working, the curl routes aren't working, as a fan, you're biting your fingernails. DeVries and Malk in the backfield, lined up on either side of Kubala. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap, handoff. No, correction. Play action pass gets out to DeVries in the far side of the field into the flats. A pickup of maybe 1 yard. Good RPO again by this Husky offense, and that's something that they, offensive side of the ball, really prides themselves on. They love to run this RPO action. They like it when they can get some more yards, though. As Docker coming on, J.D. Gomez, glad to see him back on the field. Gomez going to be the wide receiver on the far side of the field. Or correction, near side of the field. A lot of room as the Huskies lined up on the far side, or far hash mark. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Malk in the backfield. DeVries motion from left to right. Gets into the slot position on the right side of the formation. Play action pass. Kubala rolls right, throws it, gets it to Langenwalter. A little bit of throw behind his tight end, but it completes the first down. Gets on the other side of the 50, brought down near the 43-yard line. Good play by Kubala. It's one of those that in the moment you say to yourself as a coach, we're happy with that throw. On film tomorrow, they'll tell him lead his receiver a little bit more. Ton of green grass in front of Langenwalter. That could have been a big play to end this half. 3:05 left in the first half. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Huskies on the near sideline. The junior quarterback motions DeVries into the formation. Hand off to Malk. Makes 1 defender miss. Tiptoes around another before being brought down near the 30-yard line. Mr. Electric trying to break off a run. 2:40 left in the first half. 2nd and 5. Two receivers to the right, 2 to the left. J.D. Gomez lined up. The near receiver. Kubala, the junior, lined in the shotgun. Takes a snap. RPO again. Handoff to Malk. Trying to make his offensive lineman give him a little bit more of a hole before he's brought down by a host of Hawks. 2:10 left. And timeout taken by Wahpeton, their first of the game will take one with them. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go Hagel.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. 3rd and 3 from the 30-yard line, driving into the Horace end zone. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap again. Handoff to Malk. Going to cut it back to the left side. Brought down near the 25-yard line. Makes the chain gang work down the side. 2:05 left as the clock stops. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Wahpeton trying to score and cut into this lead, trailing 14-6. Central leads Red River 13-6 with 4:48 left in the second quarter. Valley City trailing Dickinson 6-0 at halftime. Shotgun snap, gets it over to the receiver on the left side, brought down near the first down marker. Braden Steffens on the receiving end of that one. 1:44 left in the first half. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. J.D. Gomez, the lone receiver on the right side of the formation from the middle of the field. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk set up to his left side. Timeout taken this time by Horace. We'll take one with them. 1:35 left in the second quarter. West Fargo Horace leads the Wahpeton Huskies 14-6. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that Mom and Dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for Mom and Dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and health care, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com.
Welcome back. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. DeVries motions from right back into the formation. And they're going to get a offsides. Was Wahpeton able to draw the defense offsides, or did the offensive line jump? We'll see what the officials call. Encroachment on the Hawks. So now 1st and 5 from the 8-yard line.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 5 from the 9-yard line for the Huskies.
1st and 5 from the 9 inside the 10-yard line. Wahpeton got to punch it in here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Good hard count coming out of that timeout taken by West Fargo. DeVries motion from right to the left side of the formation. Handoff to Malk, trying to find room to run. Going to be a pickup of maybe a yard or 2, but again wrapped up quickly by the defensive line for West Fargo. Clock continues to run, 1:20 left. 2nd and 2 from the 6. 1:10 left in the second quarter. Malk out of the backfield. Wildcat runs to the left side, got room, gets his blocker, runs in. Yes, he's in. 5-yard run for Trayden Malk. Cuts this lead down to 2. His second rushing touchdown of the game. 2-point conversion. We'll see if they go for it here. 14-12 lead for West Fargo with 1 minute left in the half. Wahpeton going for the 2 to go into halftime, tied potentially. Malk out of the backfield again, lined up by himself. Jackson DeVries comes out of the formation, goes back with him in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Runs the option play, runs to the right side, brought down in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 2-point good. Wahpeton ties this one back up, 14 apiece. We'll be back in a moment. 1 minute left in the second quarter. 14-all on across the Family Insurance scoreboard on the Voice of the Valley. KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley. KBMW, a 6-yard run from Trayden Malk, made this a 14-12 game, and then a run-in from Mr. Electric ties this one up at 14-all. So Wahpeton's defense now, you can try to force a turnover here, play very aggressive, try to force a turnover and maybe go into halftime with a lead, or do you play preventative defense and just try to keep the Hawks off the board? Wahpeton kicking off to start the second half. They started the game with their ball after the Hawks won the coin toss and deferred. Line drive kick booted, fielded near the 25-yard line. Sliding down is a Hawk man. We'll take a quick break for Legal ID. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
AM 1450 KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, powered by Vision Ford Lincoln. DriveWithVision.com.
Welcome back. 1st and 10 from the Horace 27-yard line. 59 seconds to try to get down the field. Tie ball game, 14-all on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Outsowitz out of shotgun. Johnson in the backfield with him, the running back. Takes a drop, throws to the right side, gets it to his receiver, out of bounds. As Lucas Hosing again on the receiving end of that ball. Clock stops at 53 as the wide receiver able to get out. Smart decision by Hosing. Step out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line now. And this is not what Wahpeton's defense can allow here. You got to play some sort of defense. Can't just give up 10 yards a pop. Otherwise, Hawks are going to go down the field quick. Receivers on either side of the formation. Shotgun snap. 2-step drop back. Looks left. Throws to the left side. Almost picked off. Brought down near the 50 as Braden Steffens able to wrap up. Number 7, that's Jackson Narum. Clock stops again, 46, as we move the chains from the Wahpeton 47-yard line. Trips right, 1 to the left. Clock ticks, 40 ticks left. Shotgun snap, 3-step drop back. Johnson, the blocker, throws to the left side, gets it to his man. Out to the 25, to the 20, makes another man miss. Brought down near the 15-yard line. Wahpeton pointing, saying they got the fumble recovery. Officials say the wide receiver was down. Israel Bauer again on the reception. Timeout taken by West Fargo. We'll take one with them. 28 seconds left from the Wahpeton 14-all. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back. 28 seconds left here in the first half. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Or correction, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun snap. Handoff to Johnson. Big hole down the middle of the field and pushing. Going to be brought down at the goal line. Clock continues to run. 20 seconds. First and goal from the 1. Steffens again makes the and timeout taken by Wade Gilbertson. So Huskies going to come back to their sideline, and Braden Steffens might have saved a score there, getting underneath the tire treads of Dylan Johnson. Johnson has to have rushed for close to 100 yards in this first half. Got to be close to it, as this Hawk offense we talked about at the beginning of the game, they want to chew up yards quick, have moved away from Johnson in the running game, have started to target the wide receivers. And this is kind of what head coach Wade Gilbertson was worried about when we talked to him in the pregame show. He said that this is not the team that's going to line you up and try to run you down like last year. He said that they figured out about the halfway point of last year's game that they didn't have the personnel for that. Then, of course, by that point, the snowball had already kind of affected, and Horace was never able to get back into it. Tonight, after coming off their first program win 2 weeks ago, they have a chance to go into halftime leading by a score. First and goal from the 1-yard line. 22 seconds left. First and goal from the 1. Shotgun formation. Stefanowicz hands it off to Johnson. Plunges in. Big push, and that's going to be a good score. 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Horace retakes the lead, 20-14. And for Wahpeton, that was just a battle of the trenches. We talked about it in the pregame show. That is a must-win. Weren't able to win it there. The 1-yard plunge from Johnson makes this a 20-14 game. Offensive line, man, it was like the Red Sea pushing across that goal line. That's exactly what you want to see out of your offensive line if you're the Horace coaching staff after the last couple of years kind of getting pushed around by the Red Rivers and the Northers and the Wahpetons of the world. And this year, bringing that extra size, you got guys listed at 250 across the board. You can tell that is a big difference. That's the difference between getting your butt whooped last year, going into the offseason, and making, progress. So, they call it an illegal substitution. So, Laundry's still on the field. Wahpeton with we're walking this one back. It's going to be a longer kick. It must have been an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty because the points are still on the board here. 20-14 lead, and the extra point team coming on, so they're going to be kicking from around the Wahpeton 18-yard line here. So probably the longest kick here. We talked about it when Trade Malk missed the extra point for Wahpeton, and it took the Huskies getting a 2-point conversion to tie it back up on their last score. We're looking for like a 30-yard kick here from Brimbaum, the extra point kicker. Snap is back, the kick is up, and does not get across. No good. So with 18 seconds left, Wahpeton going to get the ball back, trailing 20-14 before going into the half. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics. We go 18 ticks left here in the second quarter. Wahpeton getting the ball back after the 1-yard plunge from Johnson. Extra point was no good. 20-14 lead for the Hawks. Wahpeton's been known to get good kick returns. We'll see it's there. Onside kick, bounces, jumped on top of it, the front line defenders. So 1 second comes off the clock. The Huskies, 17 seconds, is that enough time? I don't know yet. Evan Docker was the runner, or the player that jumped on top of that ball.
Brady Stephens falls on that kickoff. 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 43-yard line.
15-0 lead for Oaks over Hillsboro on the I3G Sports Network. 1st and 10 from the Husky 43-yard line, trailing by 6. Let's see if Wahpeton airs the ball out, or if they just decide to run it once and run the clock out. We'll see. They look like they're in Hail Mary formation. Trips to the right side from the near hash mark. Shotgun snap, hands it off to Malk up the middle. Going to be at the 50 to the 45 to the 40, chugging his legs down to the 35-yard line. 10 seconds as the clock continues to click. Wahpeton going to take their second timeout. Good run, and hey, that sets you up into a very interesting position here with 10 seconds. The draw run from Malk, a pickup of around 20 yards. So we'll keep the ball, or keep the call right here on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics. Want to make sure you listen to the halftime show, our Minn Kota Ag Products halftime report, your #1 grain marketing, production, agriculture supply company, where we'll also give out our keys to the game, our Smith Motors keys to the game as well. Funny we don't have that on our cheat sheet. Huskies in an interesting position here. They kick off to start the second half. So it would be nice if you were able to get down here, score, at least tie it up, and then potentially take a lead going into halftime. Wahpeton has not led at all during this first half. That's something that I think a lot of people would have not bet on if you told them before the game. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Steffens in, Gomez out wide, DeVries and Langenwalter in the slot positions. Malk in the backfield with Kubla. We've seen Trade Malk do a lot of damage in the passing game as well as a receiver in the slot, but haven't seen it tonight. Kubla, shotgun snap, 2-step drop back, looks right, a lot of pressure in his face, the throw, intercepted again on the far side. Steffens pulls down the runner, fumble, and Hawks going to keep possession. Clock down to 1 tick. So an underthrow this time from Steffens, or from Kubla. Steffens was the intended receiver on the play. And Wahpeton going to go into halftime trailing by 6. 1 second left. You got to imagine that the Hawks are going to kneel this one out. It's from their own 6-yard line here. Could have been down to the 1. Officials, I think they gave the fumble and then the recovery for the Hawks as they were trying to get something going. What you don't want to do is intercept the pass, then Steffens might force a fumble, and then all of a sudden the Hawks are going 99 yards the other way on a fumble recovery of their own.
Timeout taken by the Hawks. I see official,
out of the shotgun. If the Hawks are going to be in victory formation here to kneel it out, or is there another timeout taken by the Huskies? So the Huskies take their final timeout. We'll take one with them. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine.
1 second left.
Nowhere else.
1 second left here in the first half. Wahpeton trailing by 6 after the turnover by Kubala. The intended target was Steffens. So Horace going to come out of the timeout in victory formation, going to kneel it out to end the first half. So after a very tough fought first half of action, Wahpeton goes into halftime trailing by 6, 2014. We'll have more in a moment right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Make sure you listen to our halftime report. Your Mid-Dakota Ag Products, your #1 grain marketing and production and agriculture supply company. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Well, let's go through your halftime report. Wahpeton trailing by 6 in halftime, going into halftime, 20-14 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Well, Wahpeton got the opening kick, wasn't able to do anything with it, kicked it right back to the Hawks, and they did something. Driving down the field, a 65-yard connection from Sawowski to Olsen made it 7-0 after the extra point. Wahpeton able to fire back with 4:13 left in the first quarter. Trayden Mount plunged it in from 4 yards out of the Wildcat formation. However, Mr. Do-Everything not able to get the extra point. 7-6 lead for the Hawks. With 10:33 left in the second quarter, a 17-yard score from Sawowski to Norum made it, with an extra point being good, made it 14-6 after 10:30. And then with 1 minute left in the first half, Wahpeton was able to run an excellent drive down the field. With 1 minute left, a 6-yard run from Malk with a 2-point conversion made it 14-all. First time Wahpeton tied the ball game this evening. And then with 1 minute driving down the field, it didn't even take him a full minute, 40 seconds down the field. With 18 seconds left, Johnson plunges in for a 1-yard score. His first touchdown of the evening. Extra point was no good. Made it 22-14. Horace. Well, with 18 seconds, Wahpeton drove down the field, tried to get into scoring position. They were able to get into the red zone, but an interception by Bjorn Kubel on the far side of the field with the intended receiver being Stephens caused Wahpeton to go into halftime trailing by 6. Not ideal for this Husky team that thought themselves, and talking to the fan base, that thought this was going to be a walk in the park. Not the case. Second week in a row, Wahpeton has been in a dogfight. We'll see if they can get the job done. Take a quick break, come back with your Smith Motors keys to the second half right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back. About 3 minutes left here in halftime. So let's go through your keys to the second half as the little kids cheerleading squad doing cheers on your screen. If you're watching on KBMW News Live on YouTube, want to thank you guys for tuning in and checking us out. All you guys making sure that you help support the stream. Go make sure you hit subscribe and little bell so you never miss another game. Before we do our keys to the second half, let's go through your I3G Sports scoreboard. Right now at halftime, Oaks leaves Hillsboro 15-0. Grand Forks Central leads Red River 13-6 at halftime. Valley City and Dickinson tied up at 6 apiece in the third quarter after a missed extra point by Valley City. Carrington and Grafton, they're in a tight one, 32-21 lead for Carrington at halftime. That is your I3G Sports scoreboard. Let's go through our Smith Motors keys to the second half. For the Huskies, it's imperative that they continue to run the ball well. Wahpeton has really tried to put the ball in the hands of Traden Malk and run up the gut, but when you trail by 6 points and potentially more if the Hawks offense continues to do what they've done best, which is move the ball in the air. They have had a very well-balanced attack. You got to make sure that the defensive side of the ball kind of bottles that up and keeps them honest in this third quarter. Winning the third quarter is most important, might be the most important quarter for the Huskies to win. They haven't done a good job this season of doing that. In their 2 losses to Red River and Fargo North, they've only combined for 1 score. That was the only score that they had last week in that North beatdown, was a touchdown in the third quarter. So it's a key in this third to come out of halftime strong and really put your fingerprints all over it. Defensively, Wahpeton's only forced 1 turnover and given the ball away 3 times. That is a uncharacteristic aspect of this offense. Wahpeton has usually done a very good job of protecting the ball, but 2 interceptions by Bjorn Kubla in the red zone and a fumble by Traden Malk. 2 of those guys that you expect the most out of this offense. Having those turnovers really hurt this Husky offense and put a nail in the coffin in that first half to potential to tie this one up. About a minute left in halftime before the players come back out of their locker room. So we'll take another quick break and get you ready for the second half right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you as we get ready to start this third quarter. Wahpeton goes to start the second half on defensive side of things, and they've done a good job so far, only allowing 3 scores in the first half, forcing 1 punt and 1 turnover as well. They're losing the turnover battle 3-1 so far, though, tonight, and that is something that has to be corrected if they want to try to regain the lead and leave home tonight with a victory. Last week, a very tough loss to the Fargo North Spartans, trying to get a palate cleanser against a team like Horace. And you got to give credit to the guys across the sideline from you. Second year of this program. Last year, going over, Wahpeton knows what that's like, going a couple seasons with 1 and 2 wins. So they know what it's like to try to get things going. And we're going to flicker the lights here in the press box. That was that's good. Horace decided to change the mood a little bit, turn the lights down for us to start this third quarter. We're ready for it. Wahpeton going to be on the defensive side of the ball to start things off, and up front, they have had a relatively good game. But I'll say those 3 guys, Ralph, Schwartz, and Anderson, they got to get their presence felt a little bit more. Not a ton of passes in the first half from Savanowitz. Not enough passes from the junior quarterback for the Hawks. So Ralph, who does a very good job, has an excellent motor, hasn't made his presence felt in that passing defense, and the secondary has paid the price for it. 2 passing touchdowns for the Hawks in that first half. Going to have to correct that if you're this Wahpeton secondary defense. And nice to see J.D. Gomez had a little bit of scare in that first quarter coming back out on the field. Played a lot of that second quarter as well. Trayden Mount getting ready to kick this one off. We'll see if Wahpeton comes with any tricks up their sleeve.
For the Huskies to start the third quarter.
Mount going to be a squib kick landed at the 40. And Savanowitz comes out of off the sideline to lead his troops. Another short field or shorter field for this Hawks team. Neither one of these squads wanted to kick the ball deep. A lot of respect for the return men. From the near hash mark. Huddle's broken. Driving into the north end zone. Breeze died down here in Wahpeton. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun snap. Johnson on the right side. Handoff. Runs to the left side. Trying to find a hole. Brought down for a short pickup as Evan Docker getting underneath the treads. Johnson, the senior running back, rushing for nearly 100 yards in that first half. 2-yard pickup. 2nd and 8 from the 42-yard line. 20-14 lead for the Hawks after a missed extra point in the second quarter. Two receivers to the left, 1 to the right from the near hash mark. Savanowitz out of shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson, trying to run to the right side. A lot of room to go. Out to the 45, near the 50. Might be enough for a first down. A pickup of around 9 yards on the carry. And they're going to mark him just short. 3rd and about a toenail coming up from the Hawks' 49-yard line. Clock continues to tick. 10:55 left in the third quarter. Want to make sure you guys listen to the post-game show brought to you by Miller Realty, a tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. While we give away our Essentia Health player of the game. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end motions across. Handoff to Johnson again up the middle. A lot of room to the 40. Down near the 35-yard line. And another toenail tackle by this Husky defense. They've done a good job of getting underneath the treads of Johnson. But this Hawks offense come out of halftime playing very aggressive. Another run up the middle. This is it's almost like a heavyweight prize match. You're going to get punched in the mouth a couple times. It's how do you get out of it? You come out of your corner. And right now, they're coming right back at you, throwing haymakers. 10:25 left. 1st and 10 from the 32. 2014 lead for the Hawks. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Johnson in the backfield. Savanowitz out of shotgun. Tight end motions from right to left. Johnson, room to run on the right side to the 25. And that's going to be a new runner. That is correct. I want to correct that quick for you. That's number 8, Ty Gire on the run. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Pickup of 8. We have seen him kind of come in and take the handoffs from Johnson as well, making life a little bit easier. 2nd and 2 from the 28 on the Wahpeton side of the field. And Trayton Mount, we talked about kicking it off, so it was a kickoff about 20 yards from the 40 to the 40, and gave the Hawks short field here, essentially. 9:30 left in the third quarter. Shotgun snap, handoff again. Gare again out to the 19-yard line. A pickup of about 4 on the carry. Omar Martinez on the tackle, the safety for the Huskies. Coleman Barth, one of the only seniors on this the defensive side of the ball. Another one of those guys that might not hear his name a ton on the broadcast, but does a lot in that secondary, lining people up, telling them where to go. 9 minutes left in the third quarter. This 3-minute drive by the Hawks, chewing up time to start coming out of the halftime. Shotgun snap, handoff again, running up the middle of the field. Down again near the 15-yard line. Pickup of another 5-6-yard shot. 8:50 left in the third quarter. Hawks offense has had to throw the ball on this drive. It has been a consistent, steady diet of runs up the gut. And your big boys up front, you got to get that push. We talked about it. You got to get working in the trenches. Right now, Garrett Schwartz, Luke Anderson, and Ralph up front have their work cut out for them. A lot of bodies on bodies. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Savanowitz out of shotgun. Takes a snap, hands off to Gire. Trying to look for a hole on the right side. Finds one. Shifty back out near the end zone and gets in. So the Hawks take the ball to start the third quarter, walking in to make this a 26-14 game. $8:11 left. Extra point coming on for the Hawks. $8:11 left in the third quarter. And going to be a jump off sides by the Wahpeton defense, trying to time it up on that snap. And that's going to walk him right near the end zone. We'll see if the Hawks decide to go for 2 here potentially. And it looks like they might, as there's a shifting of the offensive line here. And this could be a good way to get back and take a 2 touchdowns lead on the Huskies.
Looks like the Hawks are going to try the 2-point conversion.
26-14 lead, and 2-point conversion here would be huge. Wahpeton hasn't been able to force all but 1 punt tonight, putting the ball in their hands. Savannah was out of shotgun. Takes a snap, hands off to Johnson, looking for the end zone. Brought down. It's going to be close. And no good. Getting stuffed. Makes it 26-14. Still a two-score lead. 8:11 left in the third quarter. We'll be back in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. I was excited. I thought the 50-50 raffle was going to be like goodies being brought in. Nobody ever brings us any food in the press box anymore. There used to be people bringing us food. Tough times. DeVries and Malk back to return, hanging out near their own 25-yard line, trying to prevent the squib kick again. Been a bunch of line drive kicks. Brimbum, another onside kick attempt and grabbed near the 45-yard line. Good play by the hands team up front. So 1 second ticks off the clock as Wahpeton comes back on the field on offense. Their first offensive possession to start the second half, trailing by 2 touchdowns, 26, or 2 scores, I should say, 26-14. 8:10 left in the third. Huskies going to have to play maybe a little more aggressive. Do not want to run the ball maybe as much in the second half, or at least until they get a score. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. From near hash mark, Malcolm in the backfield with his junior general. Play action pass, gets it to DeVries in the flats, brought down for a pickup of maybe about 4 yards over the 50-yard line, however, off the great field position on the recovered onside. Clock continues to tick, under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 from the Hawks 47. So from the 2nd and 6 from the 47. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubel out of shotgun, Malk to his left. Langewalter on the right side of the formation. Motions Langewalter around. Malk looking for a hole on the right side. Gets a good block. Down to the 40. Trying to get another extra push. Not quite to the 35-yard line. Trayden Malk. Very shifty runner. The chains move down the line. First and 10 from the 38. Dickinson leads Valley City 12-6 in the third quarter. Oaks leaves Hillsboro, I believe, 21-0 at the end of 3. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kubla pitches it to Malk. Again, wrapped up and tackled immediately by that big defensive line. Hawks running that 4-3 defense, trying to prevent the Huskies from getting any room to run in the middle of the field. 6:55 left in the third quarter. A pickup of maybe a couple of inches. 2nd and 10 from the 38. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. J.D. Gomez, the near receiver. Kubla gets the screen pass, throws it to Langewalter, and brought down near the 35-yard line. It looked like the Hawks sniffed that one out. Did not chase Kubla as he was dropping back to pass. 6:15 left in the third quarter. Pickup of 3, 3rd and 5 from the 35, 3rd and 7 from the 35-yard line. 26-14 lead for the Hawks. Wahpeton trailing at home in the third quarter. 6 minutes left now in the third. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 15 on the play clock. Malk in the backfield with Kubla. Takes a shotgun snap. 3-step drop back. Pumps right. Throws across the middle of the field. And, intercepted again. 3rd interception from Bjorn Kubla as he was trying to get it across the middle of the field. Mason Johnson, the linebacker. And Kubla tried to thread the needle between 2 defenders. Just can't do that. Good learning experience for Bjorn Kubla tonight. This Hawks defense, call them the ball hawk defense. They're picking off everything. From the 28-yard line, Horace on their own side of the field, driving. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Shotgun snap, hands off to Johnson on the right side. Room to run. Brilling 3 defenders down with him to the 40-yard line. Still on his own side of the field. But Wahpeton just grabbing on and holding on for dear life. A grown man rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. Making the life of Taylor Savanowitz very easy this evening. 5:35 left in the third quarter. 26-14 lead. Hawks driving off the turnover by the Huskies. Wahpeton can't give up big plays like that as Johnson continues to gut him. 2 receivers either side of the formation. Running back on the right side. Shotgun snap. Handoff again. Johnson slipping for about a 4-yard pickup. Brought down again by Evan Docker and Burchett in the middle of the field. Correction, that's Ty Gray on the carry for the Hawks. 2nd and 7 from the 44. 4:55 left.
Gain of about 3, so it's 2nd and 7.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Motioning Gavin Olsen from right to left. He's going to be in the slot position on the right side of the formation now. Takes a shotgun snap, hands off to the right side, looking for a defender. Ooh, good tackle and ball on the ground. Wahpeton looks like they jumped on top of it. A sea of purple as Omar Martinez comes up with the ball. Martinez, mighty might, comes in, pops the ball out and gets the recovery. As the umpire is talking about it, they're arguing, was he down? Did Omar Martinez make the tackle and they didn't get to keep? And they're saying that no fumble on the play, so Martinez is going to have to go back on defense now. One of the only Huskies that plays one way. Still a very great tackle by Martinez. 3rd and 7 from the 44-yard line. Hawks on their own side of the field. 4:20 left in the third quarter. We mentioned in the first half the game continues to tick by. But if you're Wahpeton, you're looking at it like sand going through an hourglass. You want this game to slow down. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap. 2-step drop back, throws across. And Johnson was the intended target there. Incomplete pass out of the hands of Mason Johnson, the tight end. So 3rd and 7 from the 44-yard line, and the punt team comes out. It's going to be the second forced punt that Wahpeton has been able to, or the second punt Wahpeton's been able to force this evening. Dickinson leads 18-6 over Valley City to start the fourth quarter. Savanowitz takes the punt and gets it off. Malk back to return. A shanked punt out by the 30-yard line. So about a 30-yard punt. 4:04 left in the third quarter. Wahpeton starts with the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 33. 26-14 lead for the West Fargo Hawks on this Friday evening. They've played, given everything they had this evening. Wahpeton trying to drive down the field and put some points on the board here in the third quarter. Last drive ended with an interception. Wildcat formation. Malk in the shotgun position. Takes the ball on the right side. Gets the snap. Looking for room to run. Out to the 35. Makes the defender miss down to the 40. So going to be 2nd and short coming up. 3:45 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 2 from the 41-yard line. 3:30 left. Kubla out of shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left from the near hash mark. Langenwalter on the left side of the formation. DeVries motion from right to left. Takes a snap. Hand off to Malk on the right or left side, trying to make some room to run. Nobody there. No room for Mr. Electric. 3 minutes left in the third. Wahpeton really trying to work the ball in between the tackles. And you got to keep running it, I guess, with Malk. You want to keep the ball in his hands. That's one of the playmakers. They didn't get the ball enough in his hands in that game against North. That was the consensus by the coaching staff. So tonight, he's going to get the ball, and it's got a lot. 3rd and 2 from the 41. Langenwalter on the left side of the formation. Wahpeton trying to coax the Hawks into that offsides. 5 on the play clock. Langenwalter motion back into the formation again from the right side. Malk looking for room to run. Able to spin out near the 45-yard line. Going to be close to a first down. And yes, officials give it to him. 1st and 10 from the 45. Clock stocks at 2:27 in the third quarter. Very quick 12 minutes of play so far in the third quarter. DeVries and Langenwalter spread out far on the left side. Gomez on the right side. DeVries and Malk in the backfield with their junior general, Bjorn Kubala. Takes a shotgun snap. Handoff to Malk. Out to the 50. Brought down over the Hawks side of the field. So short of the first down, but another big pickup from Traden Malk. And the Hawks defense, I think that they've done best in the running game on second and short situations. They've done a really good job of preventing Wahpeton from getting a bunch of first downs on the ground. But Wahpeton, again, just chewing up time in the third quarter. Got to end up with points here. DeVries motion back in. Handoff again to Malk. Out to the 40. Makes a spin move. First down for the Huskies on second and short. And it's hard when Wahpeton's running that RPO action. The ball moves around so quick. So Kubala hands it off to Malk on that triple option where he can keep it himself and maybe potentially pitch it to DeVries. And then even if you take it away from Malk, we've seen him pitch it in the middle of 3 guys before. 1:20 left. Shotgun snap. Hand off to Malk. Up the gut again. Down to near the 35-yard line. A pickup of about 4 yards on the carry. Wahpeton wants to run a little bit more up-tempo. 1:15 left in the third. Injury timeout is Traden Malk on the field, and that's going to help out the Huskies. 1:12 left in the third quarter. We'll be back with more in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Husky Athletics.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
So it looks like Traden Malk might have cramped it up a little bit, able to walk off the field on his own. So he's going to have to sit out at least one play as Michael Peterson steps in for the Huskies. Right now, Valley City trails Dickinson 18-6 to start the fourth quarter. End of the third, Central leading Red River 16-6 at the Red River 5. So Central looking to take a 2-score lead on the Rough Riders, the number 2 team in the AA division right now. Fargo North, I believe, might have the week off this week, and I'm not quite sure who the Spartans play. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Peterson in the backfield with Kubala. Langenwalter motions from right to left, and Might have been a false start penalty on the Huskies as Laundrie comes on the field. Officials meeting at midfield. Offside penalty here would hurt the Huskies. Penalty would push them back to their 40-yard line of the Hawks, and it would make this 2nd and 11, I believe. 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Still not a call here. And no flag. Wow, look at that. Wahpeton might have got away with one there. I thought that Gomez might have jumped at the receiver position. 48 seconds left in the third quarter. 26-14 lead for the Hawks. The visiting team looking for their second win, not only on the season, but in their program's history. A new school in the AA division. DeVries and Langenwalter talking about it. So DeVries lines up near the formation. Langenwalter in the slot position. Peterson still out of shotgun. Clock ticks down to 40 seconds, 15 on the play clock. Two-step drop back from Kubla. Throws it, gets it out to DeVries, bodied near the 10-yard line. And that's a dangerous play by the Hawks, trying to throw in their shoulder into Jackson DeVries. Do not like to see that. DeVries able to come up healthy. Clock stops at 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Peterson coming off as Mount coming back on. Kubla rolling to his right side, throwing off his back leg there, and able to connect with a strike to DeVries. 24 seconds left in the third quarter, 15 on the play clock. Two receivers to the right side, one to the left from the 13-yard line of the Hawks inside the Titan Machinery red zone. Takes the snap. Hands off to Malk, makes one defender miss, brought down again near the line of scrimmage, and going to be the last play of the third quarter. So Wahpeton goes into the fourth quarter trailing 26-14 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That is going to be an interesting fourth quarter. You're not going to want to miss out on it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. 2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. Wahpeton driving into the Horace end zone. We'll see if they can get the job done. Right now, Pillinger leads Breckenridge big in the third quarter. 39-7 is your score in the third quarter. Our guy Turner Bluff is on the call there. You can listen on B92.7. Or you can watch on KBMW News Live on YouTube. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Langenwalter back in the formation. Shotgun snap. Handoff to the right side to Malk. Looking for room to run. Gets over to the right side. Staying on his feet, brought down near the 5-yard line. A pickup of maybe 8 yards on the run. Clock continues to tick. Fourth quarter, it's must-win time here for the Huskies. I don't quite understand the play call here, continue to run the ball. But you want to, I guess you want to eat as much time as possible, maybe get an onside kick, try to force a 3-and-out from the Hawks and go down and potentially tie it up. But Wahpeton, they need every one of these possessions to give them positive yards. 3rd and 5 from the 8-yard line inside the 10. Trips right, one receiver to the left. Kubel out of shotgun. Takes the 3-step drop back. Looks left, throws it to Malk, and he's going to walk into the end zone. So Trayton Malk out of the backfield. He scores his first touchdown, an 8-yard connection with 11:11 left in the fourth quarter. Extra point team coming on for Wahpeton. And a lefty kicker coming on for Wahpeton. So 35. So an extra point from Marcos Valdez, lefty kicker. Snap is high, the kick is back, and no good. I thought a Hawk player might have got a hand on that too. Well, Wahpeton trails by a touchdown, 26-20. We'll come back with fourth quarter action, 11:11 left in the fourth on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call. So an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Horace. Make sure Wahpeton is kicking off from the Horace 45-yard line. Well, this would be a time to try to onside it. Because, I mean, if you think about it, they've been line driving it anyway. An onside kick would have to go out to the 35-yard line. I wonder if Horace has the same idea. 11-11, Wahpeton trails by 6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 26-20 as Balquez is not able to connect on the extra point. And another line drive kick fielded near the 10-yard line. Horace is going to take it out. Find a little bit of room to run. A big hit by Trayden Malk and Nick Langewalter, the two Huskies on the tackle there. That is one of those benefits of having Trayden Malk as your kicker, because you get a clean run down the field as the kicker. A lot of times you got a guy there that maybe might be a pencil neck. Trayden Malk's not that. He's a guy that is a heat-seeking missile. He's going to run down the field quick, and on that one, threw his shoulder and body weight into that. Good tackle from the junior. Savanowitz out of shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson on the left side, finds room to run out to the 30, near the 30, brought down again. Big tackle by those secondary players for Wahpeton. Evan Docker on the tackle on the far side. 2nd and 2 from the 28-yard line. 10:45 left in the third. 6-point game, 26-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Horace lead. Your score in the fourth quarter on the I3G Sports Network. 23-6 lead for Central over Red River in the fourth. Take a quick break for legal ID in here in a moment. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Shotgun snap, hands it off up the middle. Docker brought down, going to be close to a first down. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
AM 1450 KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, powered by Vision Ford Lincoln. DriveWithVision.com.
So Dylan Johnson's plunge run is good. 10:15 left in the fourth. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Hawks still on their side of the field. 10 minutes left, and for Horace, you want to chew up as much time as possible and maybe add some points to the board. Shotgun snap, hand off to the left side, room to run. Rolling, bumbling, stumbling for Johnson out to the 40-yard line or close to it. Another pickup of around 5 yards. 9:50 left in the fourth quarter. With both teams wanting to run the ball, God bless you to our producer, Big Mike. Second and 3, a 7-yard pickup out to the 40. Both these teams using the run, just chewing up yards. 2nd and 4 now from the 9:30 left in the fourth. Savanowitz takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Johnson again, left side or right side of the formation, and host of Huskies jumping on top across the 40, near the 45-yard line. So the chain gang again moving. 9:15 left in the fourth quarter. Garrett Schwartz and Landon Rolfe coming off the field, replaced by 2 other big boys in the trenches. That defensive line tonight for Wahpeton having a tough time getting pushed around by the heavy-set offensive line of the Hawks. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap, handoff again. Johnson, room to run. Again, another plunge. And I'll tell you, Dylan Johnson, he might not be averaging the most yards per carry in the AA division this year, but he might have the most snaps. I have not seen a running back take as many snaps as he has against the Huskies this season. It's consistently halfback dive, halfback plunge with their senior running back. 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7 from the 48-yard line, still on their own side of the field. 8:15 left. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Savanowitz hands it off to the right side. Little room to run. Now to the 40. Down to the 35-yard line of the Huskies. Langewalter pushes the running back out again. Ty Gigari out near the 35-yard line, and Horace threatening. Clock stops at 8:03 on the run out of bounds. 26-20 lead for West Fargo. They're looking for their second win of the season. Wahpeton trying to get back to 500. 1-2 with a win against Devils Lake, who they're still looking for their first win of the season. 2 losses, 1 to Red River at Cushman Field and 1 to North last week on their home field. Horace giving Wahpeton all they can stand. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wahpeton puts 5 on the line. Handoff again. Brought down near the 30, and Omar Martinez, the human heat-seeking missile, cutting the running back down at the knees. 4-yard pickup, 7:50 left in the fourth quarter. And for the Hawks wide receivers, they've done an excellent job this evening blocking, but also when they're running their routes, had a couple of big plays on this side of the field. Trips left, 1 receiver to the right from the near hash mark. Savanowitz hands it off to the right side. Gigari again sheds 1 tackler down across the 20-yard line. Langewalter on the tackle. This Wahpeton defense being chopped up by the Hawks. 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line, inside the Titan Machinery red zone from the 18-yard line. 7:15 left in the fourth quarter. Down to 7 minutes left in this one. 26-20 lead. Hawks trying to add to it. Inside the Wahpeton red zone. 2 receivers split out to either side. Savanowitz getting the play from the sideline. 1 on the play clock. Gets the snap and looks like close. Screen pass to the left side. Makes 1 defender miss. Brought down on another. Far side of the field. Want to know who that receiver was. Looks like it's Gavin Olson, number 3, the senior. Pickup of a couple of yards. Wahpeton arguing that play clock was down to 0. And on the far side of the field, a Husky down. We'll take a quick break. 6:32 left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 4 from we're going to call it 12. Up in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that Mom and Dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for Mom and Dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and health care, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com.
6:32 left here in the fourth quarter. Braden Steffen's able to get off the field and walk off on his own. 2nd and 4 from the 12-yard line. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Horace driving into the north or the south end zone. As the officials again grouping up. Wahpeton's trying to get their team excited. Good fan section on a Friday night, as we've come to expect. 6 degrees right now in North Dakota. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Savanowitz out of shotgun. Takes the snap, handoff to the right side. Out down near the 5-yard line. Might be enough for the first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal. Martinez again with a tackle. Steffen's coming back in. Wahpeton having a couple of guys coming on off the field tonight with cramps. Hard to believe here in the 4th week. 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Horace trying to pound it in. Extend their lead right now, leading 26-20. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Benowitz out of shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it off to the left side. Oh, met at the line of scrimmage. Big tackle from Nick Langenwalter, the outside linebacker. Langenwalter breaking that running back in half. And another Husky down. We'll take a quick break. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. 5:30 left in the 4th on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Omar Martinez is able to come off the field on his own. Another Husky down. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Savanowitz out of shotgun from the far hash mark. Hands off again to the right side. Looking for room to run. Brought down again short of the goal line. Huskies bend, don't break defense. And who's coming up now? It's Evan Docker getting back up on his feet. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. This is where the Huskies defense got to pin their ears back. 4:40 left in this 4th quarter. A stuff is imperative. Trailing by 6, 26-20. A score here might do it for the Horace Hawks. Shotgun snap, handoff, and ball on the ground. Ball on the ground, Wahpeton jumped on top of it. Ball on the ground, Wahpeton jumped on top of it, forcing a turnover inside their own 5. Oh, wow, what a play. A broken snap by the quarterback and running back. And Huskies jump all on top of that one. That might be your play of the game, folks. A game changer. 4:20 left in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton starting inside their own 5 from the 4-yard line. Now you got a long way to go, trailing by 6. Got to get the job done here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap for Kubla. Takes the snap. Throws it off to DeVries near the sideline. Brought down for a pickup of maybe 2 or 3 yards. Clock continues to tick. 4:10 in the fourth. 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line. Excellent play, though. Just got to get the ball out of your hands quick, and that's exactly what Kubla was able to do. From the near hash mark, tripped right, 1 to the left side. Kubla takes a snap, pressured. Makes one man miss. Oh, inside hand, in and out of the hands of Jackson DeVries. That would have been the play of the game. As Kubla was able to make 2 defenders miss, put the ball, a fastball at the hip pocket of DeVries, just in and out of his hands. Clock stops at 3:42 in the fourth. 3rd and 6 from the 8-yard line. Wahpeton again. Very tough spot to be in because it is 4-down territory. You got to drive down the field here. You cannot give the ball back to Horace. For the game, Kubla fakes right. Don't step out of the back of the end zone. Gets it to Malk on the screen pass. Trying to fight to the 10-yard line and brought down near the 9. 4th and 1 coming up. 3:20 left in the fourth. No, it's got to be 4th and longer than that. 4th and 6. This is for the game. Clock continues to tick. 3:05 left. Trying to run a screen pass for Malk. Did not work. Kubla out of shotgun. 3 minutes left. Takes a snap to the right hip. Looks deep. Throws deep. DeVries is there. Oh, in and out of his hands. Jackson DeVries had it hit his hands. Could not come down with it. That's a tough one for Wahpeton. 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. 2:51 left in the fourth quarter. And they're going to start at their own, or inside the Husky 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And Wahpeton able to force a turnover there on the last possession. Force a turnover on a fumble. Had a shot down the field. DeVries just could not come up with that one. 2:51 yet left. Savanowitz, defense can't give up now. Handoff to the right side. And a ball on the ground again! A ball on the ground again! Wahpeton is going to pick up 2 yards. This game's not over yet. 2:47 left in the fourth quarter. Wow. Wow, Braden Steffens jumps on top of that one. And the Hawks, 2 possessions now ending with a turnover dropping on the hip after such a great game. Now Wahpeton again, you thought the door was closed. It's wide open. 26-20, 2:47 left in the fourth from the 10-yard line. Shotgun snap, handoff to Malk on the left side. Brought down for a loss of 2. Jackson DeVries correction the runner there. Clock continues to tick. 2:35 left, loss of 3 yards. 2nd and 13 from the 7. This Hawks defense playing with their food a little bit. Huskies got to get something going. Kubla forced out of the pocket again, and another loss of about 2. Oh my gosh. So clock stops. 3rd and 17 from the 7. And Kubla got close to walking out of the back of the end zone on that last possession. This one, Donut got pressured out of the pocket, was rolling to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback. So 3rd and 17. So after two great defensive plays, the offense going backwards. DeVries motion back into the formation. Option play, tosses out to Malk on the left or right side. Gets a little bit of room to run. Makes the defender miss, brought down near the original line of scrimmage. A pickup of maybe 9 yards, but still very much short of the first down marker. Clock continues to tick, 2:05 left in the fourth. And timeout taken by Wahpeton with 2:01 left. We'll be back in a moment on KBMW. Huskies driving, still inside their own 20, trailing by 6, 26-20 with 2:01 left in the fourth. We'll be back with more in a moment on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter, 4th and 7 from the 13-yard line. 2:03 left in the fourth. Two receivers to the left, two receivers to the right. Again, game-changing play here. Kubel out of shotgun. 3-step drop back. Looking deep. Throws it again into triple coverage. Ball on the turf. So another incomplete pass. Wahpeton throwing, Kubel was trying to throw into double coverage, trying to get it to Traden Malk. Defense did the right deal, or right thing there for the Hawks. He knocked that ball down. So they start with the ball on the Husky 13-yard line. Under 2 minutes to play in the fourth, 1:57. That cannot be the play they came out of that timeout with. And if you're the Hawks, I would almost run a quarterback run up the middle. The last two plays have ended up with fumbles on the ground. Handoff to the left side. This one going to be tackled down, and is Wahpeton going to take the timeout? They are. They're going to try to keep as much time as possible, but the Hawks offense continues to chew up yards. So about 2 minutes run, or 2 seconds run off the clock there. Wahpeton down to their final timeout. 1:52 left in the fourth. We'll be back with more in a moment. 26-20 lead for Horace. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. Two receivers to the right, one to the left out of the Husky timeout. They're down to their final timeout. 1:52 left. Handoff to the right side. Brought down short of the first down marker. So Wahpeton, are they going to take their second timeout? And then, yeah, they take their third and final timeout. 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. So going to be third and long. Hawks need to get down to about the Husky 3-yard line for the first down. And this is 4-down territory if you're West Fargo. In fact, I would say they're in a position now where I would put the field goal team out there just to see if you can make it. If not on coming out of the timeout, but a fourth down situation, I would think about trying to just kick the field goal just to say, hey, a 9-point game, giving the ball back to Wahpeton. You're going to kick it deep at that point, I imagine. Wahpeton is going to get the ball back with maybe a minute 30 left. A 9-point game, totally different situation than giving the ball back to them. Potentially, you go for it here on third down. If you don't get it, you go for it on fourth down. You don't get it. You give Wahpeton back inside the 10. Savanowitz out of shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wahpeton needs this stop. 1:48 left. No timeouts left for the Huskies. And timeout taken by the Hawks. We'll take one with them. 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. 26-20 lead for West Fargo on KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that mom and dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities and nothing.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. Andrew Zimmel on the call. 3rd and 6 from the 9-yard line. Shotgun snap. Hand off to the right side. And that's going to be enough for a first down. First and goal from the 2-yard line. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter, and about 90 seconds left in this game. So Horace pretty much at this point could kneel the clock out if they wanted to. They're going to go down to the 1-yard line. I imagine West Fargo tries to punch it in one more time just to make it look a little bit better on the scoreboard. They go into victory formation. 1 minute left, or 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. And no, they're going to kneel it out. Well, a 2-yard loss makes it 2nd and goal from the 2. And West Fargo, they came with their A game this evening. Wahpeton knew this was not going to be an easy task as the offensive line gets back to the line of scrimmage. 26-20 is going to be your final here potentially for the Hawks, who travel down to Wahpeton and get this win. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that'll be the final play of this fourth quarter as both teams getting ready to line up at the 50. 26-20 with 15 seconds left.
Horace Hawks 26, the Wahpeton Huskies 20.
Make sure you listen to the post-game show. Miller Realty, a tradition of experience, integrity, trust, and service. Dickinson beats Valley City 18-6, so Valley City gets their first loss of the season. And 000 across the board. We'll take a quick break, come back with your post-game report in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. quality family care. Go to the primary care walk-in clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Welcome back to your Miller Realty post-game report. Your final from Wahpeton. The Huskies drop a close one, 26-20 to the West Fargo Horace Hawks. And got to give all the credit in the world to the Hawks for coming into this one, executing in all three aspects of the game, even when they were able to tie up the turnover battle with back-to-back turnovers in the red zone. The defense pinned their ears back, did not give up a touchdown or not give up a drive to Wahpeton. In fact, didn't even allow them a first down on both those drops. Both of those drives that began inside their own 10, but still, for the Huskies not to be able to move the ball down the field is uncharacteristic of this offense. Let's go through it. Starting in the first quarter, Wahpeton got the opening kick, wasn't able to do anything with it, kicked it back off, or punted it back to the Hawks, led to a 65-yard touchdown from Savanowitz to Olsen. The extra point was good, made it 7-0 Hawks, and they never trailed in this game. A 4-yard run from Trade Malk with 4:13 left in the first quarter. An extra point failed, made it 7-6 West Fargo Horace. At 10:33 left in the second quarter, Savanowitz able to connect again, this time with Nobrum, for a 14-6 Hawk lead after the extra point. 1 minute left in the half. Trade Malk able to plunge in from 6 yards out. 2-point conversion was good, made it 14-all. And Husky fans might have thought they could go into halftime tied up. Instead, Hawks, great 2-minute drill, drove down the field, scored in 40 seconds on a 1-yard run by Dylan Johnson, who was the power back tonight for the Hawks. Extra point was no good, made it 20-14 at halftime. In the third quarter, a touchdown plunge, this time a 12-yard connection or a 12-yard run from Garay on a 60-yard drive to open up the half, made it 26-14 Hawks. Wahpeton got one score in the fourth quarter with 11:11 left in the game, an 8-yard connection from Kubala to Trade Malk. The extra point missing, made it 26-20. In the fourth quarter, it was all West Fargo. Hawks drove down the field, got inside the Wahpeton 20-yard line, continued to work their way, and I thought for sure they'd take a 2-touchdown lead, turn the ball over twice. Wahpeton was able to recover 2 fumbles inside, one of them early. I think there was about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The next one with about a minute left in the fourth quarter. Neither time able to convert anything down the field. Both passes broken up or dropped. And look, Wahpeton goes into this next week going to travel to Jamestown, one of the better teams in the state of North Dakota. They got a tough road ahead of them if they want to try to make a playoff push. Now 1-3 on the season. They need to at least win 2 of their next 4 games, which is going to be a very tough road to hoe, especially when you consider Turtle Mountain was a game that when you looked at the schedule before the season, you thought, okay, that could potentially be a win for Wahpeton. I thought potentially Central could be a win for Wahpeton. They just knocked off Grand Forks Red River, and it wasn't particularly close. So very interesting next 4 weeks of the season for this Husky team. They got to find a way to win some games. They travel to Jamestown next week. That game will be right here on KBMW. I want to give you a final, too, from Pillager as Breckenridge. They fall in their game. Final score of that one was 39-15. Breckenridge able to score in the fourth quarter to make that one look a little closer. Make sure you listen to the Giant Sports Show tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. is the Giant Sports Shows. We'll talk to head coach Wade Gilbertson about this loss and head coach Carson Yegi about the Cowboys' loss. And also tomorrow on B92.7, pretty much the game of the year, a rematch of the national championship as the College of DuPage comes to town, takes on NDSCS Wildcats. That game kicks off at 1 p.m. on B92.7. For everybody on the I3G Sports Network and my producer, Big Mike, want to thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Make sure you can subscribe on YouTube at KBMW News Live and go to kbmwnews.com for a full sports recap and sports schedule. One more time for Wahpeton. West Fargo Horace 26, Huskies 20. Have a pleasant rest of your week.